Hello, hello. You know what else is now available? River Hobbits without buying a bundle. True story. True story. I don't know how much they cost because I already have River Hobbits on my account because of bundles. I think they were supposed to be like 100,000 Lotra points. Go to Lotra.com, thingy, River Hobbits, whatever. And it's on Lotra.com. Music is a little quiet, so let's boost the audio a little bit. I'll just boost that. Be done with it. So that's not my minstrel. I was not doing any home renovation. Quicksilver is my home owner slash housing character. And I was sending her all the mail last night. Anywho, we're going to play my minstrel. And by minstrel, I mean my Midgard minstrel. My oldest character here on Landerval. A regular elf minstrel. Currently at level 141, as you can see. And as you can also see, she's in the word horde of Gobatham. Because, well, when you hit 140, you have to check your allies and see is everything still good. And the answer to that question was no, they were not. So we're gonna finish that up. I was in the middle of that process last night. And then I kind of got sidetracked. So what we're going to do is I am going to finish setting up my allies. And I say allies plural, not because I mean the sword and then the songbook. I mean the sword in the songbook and the other sword in the other sword songbook. Because this character is set to be either blue or red. And I have allies for both specs. And what I'm doing to use as a planner is LotroHQ.com has both blue and red mini ally suggestions here. And so I'm probably just going to follow their suggestions. However, I need to remember where I left off because holy crap. Alright. Yeah, this is the mess I was looking at last night. And what I actually wound up doing is I went through every single character on my account. I mean, I do have alt inventory here. And I could go through every character and look through all of their vaults and all of their whatevers. But this format really doesn't help me quite as much to look at things. So I kind of I logged in every character just to get a better idea of what I had and what I needed. And what I found out is I have a few tracery boxes that I can now open up. And I sent them all over here. And so that's what we're doing. So as you can see, I have a lot of items to muck about with. So we'll start with this one of one item. The reason I sent these over is because I needed to put them in the ally bags. So that goes in there. Alright, what's in this one? Ally boxes, more boxes, more boxes, and more boxes. Okay, we're gonna actually go back to this one. And I'm gonna hope the things don't suck. Because that would like thoroughly suck. Alright, let's go to this one. Hang on, let's get this one open again. And so we have a Seal Tracery Rare and a Seal Tracery Rare. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to open up all of the sealed traceries and get some good stuff. Because on this one, I have some, I have a couple of incomparables. I also have this incomparable Coffer of Heraldry, so a random legendary tracery, which could be nice. And we'll see how that goes. So, and this one actually has legendary enhancement runes. And so I wanted these to open up on a character that was 140 or higher. So we're going to do that first. I'm going to just detach these real quick. Alright. Legendary. They just go in the bag. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Hold up. Okay, that's a task item. Crafting. Which one did it go into? It doesn't look like it was that one. How about this one? It probably went into this one. Yeah. Cultivate critical multiplier as a legendary. Hey! That's one of the ones I need on my red item. So we're going to pop that out and put this right here. It's going to go on the weapon. So 1, 2 words of power, and then word of mastery, word of mastery. So the way I do my LIs is I have to be particular that if I'm using a guide, that I do the guide, or I set the traceries down in the exact order that the guide has them in, or otherwise it just messes with my head. Okay, so that one actually came out well. Comparable runes, seal tracery, legendary tracery. Okay, so we can delete that mail. So we have a seal tracery incomparable. So I want to use the incomparable ones first. So those two are rare, so I don't want to do those yet. And this one's going to have a legendary. And sealed. Well, incomparable, comparable, purple. And this one has a couple of, okay. These are enhancement runes, so let's detach these. Alright, let's double check. Enhancement runes. Tracery. Enhancement runes. Tracery token. Also want that on a 141, so there we go. The Umbari tracery. Enhancement runes. Seal tracery. Enhancement runes. Legendary seal tracery. We're going to pop that first. Another incomparable. Comparable runes. And seal tracery. Okay. Now, delete that one. This one also has a legendary tracery, so I want to do this next. So, I'm going to open this box first. Sealed. Okay, these ones look like they're purple. Because, yeah, basically I want to do the purples very, very last. Alright. Let's see what I get for this legendary. Big money, no whammy. Triumphant Spirit cooldown and critical magnitude. And part of the problem is I do have these set to auto loot. So let me turn those to auto. Turn off the auto gather on that. Oh, this is the only one it was. Okay. Triumphant Spirit cooldown and critical magnitude is not on the red line list. It is on the yellow or the blue line list, which is good. All right, where's my Wenda Cranesbill thing? I also need to open this up because I'm going to chuck this in there. Engineering. And I have a couple of them in here. Comparable, Shadow Tracery token and word blah 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 blah. Okay, so I'm gonna bring these two out. Oh, that one also has a random legendary on it. Okay. Well, this one is gonna give me a token. Okay, where'd the token go? Very confused. Where'd the token go? I'm not seeing it. So I get for having a mess in my inventory. Okay, this is gonna go in there. So I'm not going to mess with those because those are just going to bad ones. Yeah, because it says tracery token incomparable. Contains a trait. Oh, it's a box. Duh. Okay, seal tracery. Okay, here it goes. This is what I was looking for. And this goes in here. So we got 6 Shattered Umbari thingies. We have 4 Cracked Umbar. And it's very possible, actually, I'm going to use all 4 of these. Pardon me. Okay. Okay, incomparable herald. Okay, so random tracery plus a word of heraldry recipe selection box. Okay, sealed tracery legendary. So I don't need this. This can go in here. Let's open this sealed tracery and see what we got. Fingers crossed. Call to Ireth. Cooldown and crit multiplier bonus. Also a good one that I can use for for red line. I'm sorry, blue line. Durr. Okay. So let's start clearing some of this crap out. And let's get this one. Again, heraldry recipe. Oh, party foul. Heraldry of the Eagle. Well, that's kind of good. That means I can just have 2 golds here, and I can just chuck this one in the thing. So let's do that. Boop. And let's split this off. Boop. 1. It's the loneliest number. Because I want, according to this, you should have Owl for healing and Eagle for fighty. So I've got a pair of eagles. Not bad. Alright. And now we're going to open up the cyans, the teals. Let's see what we get. Teal. Okay. Feign death and distraction cooldown is not on either list. And I don't recall using it anyway, so that was a bust. I'm just going to throw them in here for right now. Well, there's the cyan version of that, because it's the same one except cyan. Okay, so this one, Call to Ireth, on the is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to go here. It goes here. Okay. Oh no, I need to. I forgot the heraldry. Durr. Okay, I still need to get a heraldry of the owl because I don't have a 15. Because basically, what I want to do here is I want to make sure that every single one of my traceries is the tier 15. So we're working on that. Okay, so the Triumphant Spirit one goes. Actually, it goes in this spot right here. So we're going to bring that out and put that over there. Okay. And the 13s are just, sitting here. So I'm actually going to get them out of the way. And it's like, well, you could just turn them in for whatever. And I'm like, well, you could also use this Cry of the Chorus to level 150. But the purple is actually better than the cyan. The purple 15 is better than the cyan 14. It just is what it is. Alright, so I'm just getting rid of all this crap. Alright, let's go to the next tracery. And that was a Grand Willpower. Alright, so Grand Willpower, I actually do need 2 of those on the red line item. So, why do I have Ascendant Light here? Oh, yeah. Basically, I need 2 Grand Willpower on the thingy, and then 2 Ascendant Light on the other one. Okay, so I'm good. Alright, let's do this one. Rally cooldown is actually one that I needed on my class item. So, Rally cooldown. Again, we're just going to get this crap out of the way. So, Rally cooldown. And this is really hard when you only have so much inventory to work with. But you do what you do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Let's throw these 13s in here as well. I mean, they were good when they were 120. It was 130 to 140, but not any longer. You know what? I'm just gonna throw these in here. Throw those in there. Out of the way. Toss those in there. So yeah, this is a bit of a mess. And then we'll... Oh, I'm out of room! Oh no! What am I gonna do? This will be fine. At least there's enough space that I can maneuver. Because that's really something I was needing. Okay, so we have that. Rally cooldown is going to be the... Let's see. One single attack area effect. Area target count. Anthem of War, Anthem duration, Hammerhead skills, Rally goes here. Rally goes there. Okay. Then I have 2 more, and then that. So the class item, they recommend Word of Craft Tactics. I don't actually have any, and I'm not too fussed about having them. Because the Grand Willpower will do, honestly. Okay, next scion is going to be Bolster Courage Healing. That's definitely one that I want. And that is on the Healing Sword. And that is right next to this one. Right there. Next, we have Anthem Duration. Anthem Duration goes on the healing item here. And that is down here somewhere. Alright. It's going to be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 item. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's the last one. Boop. Alright. Open this one. Alright, healing skills, induction time, and critical chance. That is going right here. Boop. Right next to Call of Ireth. So far, we've actually done surprisingly well opening the RNG boxes of Doom, Chaos, and Destruction. Okay, before we start opening the purples, I do have 3 more scions I can use. 2 and 3. So let's bring them over here. Boop. Ascendant Frost. Not useful. Triumphant Spirit cooldown, but I have that one already. No! Alright. And Sealed Tracery, Incomparable. And Inspire Fellows Healing. Okay, that one is the last word of mastery on here. Okay. So that goes down here. Actually, it's next to Bolster. Okay, so we've got those 2 nestled in snug as a bug in the rug. Alright, let's open up the purples. Empowered Parry. My god, are you kidding me? Alright, how full am I? I actually also redeemed some of my boxes of Ancient Script, so I can't deconstruct much, but I'm fucking deconstructing that one. Because fuck off, Empowered Parry. Okay. Healing over time criticals. Not on the list. Though it is recommended as an alternate. Because I do have... but it doesn't say what you're supposed to... Well, basically, you can either do healing over time and healing over time criticals, or you can do single target healing and area of effect healing on your sword. But there's no context on the website, so I don't know. And I actually do have healing over time criticals. I'm sorry, healing over time somewhere. I think it's in this one. I'm pretty sure I have one. Yeah, healing over time as a scion. So it's a thought. That's a very weird first comment for a channel, not gonna lie. Okay, Call of the Second Age damage, definitely red line. And that is the last word of mastery on this one, right here. On the no, it's on the thingy-majigger right here. Is it possible to have fun in this game on a free account? Absolutely. I mean, you can play pretty much any of the older content up to level 95 for free. Any of the newer low-level content requires a VIP subscription at this time. Or one of them is actually part of an expansion that everybody had to buy. Okay. God, I keep getting that one. Holy crap. Got that one too. Well, I'm out of spaces. And how about this one? Give me one that's useful. Raise the spirit healing. Okay. We can definitely do something with that. And that goes on this item right next to actually goes on the class item, doesn't it? And it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th item in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, sweet. Okay, so far we're still missing a lot of things here. Definitely missing my heroic precision. And they also mentioned using the Gundabad Word of Craft Focus as the blue Minstrel words of craft on the class item. But the thing is, I don't want to use a Gundabad one, because the Gundabad ones will actually expire at 150, and I want to make sure that everything is a tier 15. So basically, tier 15 or go home. All right. So all these are just sitting here. We're not going to worry about them right now. Now, I did actually have other things in my list. Like, I used a lot of different damage options on my red LIs. Some of them I'm going to be using the same one. So, I need a single target attack damage. And so, right now, this is, like, all of my LI stuff that is either 15, tier 15, or it is something that I can use. Alright. So, let's go take a look here. None of these letters are really small. So, area of effect healing criticals. Not even... Well, actually, I can use this. Okay, area of effect healing criticals. Let's bring that out. And that is going to be... single target attack. That's actually on my blue? That's on my red line. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold up. Well, that's attack criticals. That's not healing criticals. Okay. Alright, well, let's pull the tracery things out of here. So we're gonna get the Shattered Umbari tracery pops out here. Boop. Throw that in there. I can't throw anything else in there right now. And then I'm also going to get the Cracked Umbari traceries. We are going ham, chat. We are going to spend some cash. Okay, so I want to pick 4 legendary traceries. And I want to spend them on my red line items, because if I'm going to play this character and level through the story, I'm going to level as Redline, so I'm going to focus on putting Redline traceries here. And it looks like we're gonna go with that. So let's go buy things. So I do need, I have 2 grand willpower, Ascendant Light, so I can basically get the one of them. I think I'll go with spending them on the Words of Craft, I think. Something that's interesting is when I take a look at these, I'm trying to decide which ones I'm going to spend the legendaries on. And I think what I'm going to do is spend them on the 2 Words of Power on the sword. Which is single target and area attack damage. And then spend the other 2 on the Call of Orome and Arendelle damage and the Call of the Second Age damage. Because these are the skills I use a lot. Well, Cry the Valar, Cry the Wizards, but Call of the Second Age, yeah, I want that to do some damage. Where's the other one? Where's my... where'd I put it? Hold the fort. Yeah, I definitely want to put something on the Call of Orome. Yeah. Okay. So, Call of Orome, Call of the Second Age. Honestly, though, I'd be kind of tempted to put it on either Major Ballad. Well, it says Minor Ballad damage, but who actually uses Minor Ballads? But I do, actually. And Perfect Ballad. So... Okay, let's go. Let's go get our traceries. Let's go get the Words of Power in here. And yes, I can see where I'm going. Words of Power. And we're gonna go down to Legendary. We're gonna just go down to the bottom of the list. Okay. So I said I was going to do the 2 Words of Power on the main hand. So single target attack damage, which is on page 2. So, and yeah, we're going to spend a crap ton of ancient script. So I might have to hop over to different characters to redo some of my ancient script pot. Because I have a stash, right? As you do have a stash. All right. So let's start with... single target attack damage. Buy one of those. Alright, and that is going to go here. And then we're going to go area effect damage. And that's going to be on page 1. It's going to be right there. Okay. And then we have... Wait a minute, these go up. I'm confused. Wait a minute. This goes up here, doesn't it? Yeah, cultivate critical multipliers here. So I need piercing cry damage, but I'm not... Well, piercing cry damage can do some fun stuff. Let's go take a look at that, because I use that one actually a lot. Oh, this isn't there. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, so we've got those 2. And now the other ones are actually on the Minstrel thing. Runekeeper, Lore Master, Hunter, Mariner, Minstrels over here. Boop. Okay, here we go. So, we are now looking for Piercing Cry damage, Call to Fate crit multiplier, which we already have, Call of Orome, and Wetsy Evers. Okay, that is... let's do this right now. Man, I've got 5 billion things to look through. This is awesome. Okay. Call of the Second Age damage. So it's going to be plus 55% damage and that much will versus 50% damage. And so basically it's an extra 5%. So Call of the Second Age, which didn't I already have one of those? Yeah, I already have a purple one, so I'm not going to replace that. Cultivate crit multiplier. Call of Orome. That's what I was looking for, but it's not in this one. It's in the Warrior Scald. Okay, here we go. Call of Orome and Arundel damage. So it's basically going to be 55 versus 50. Okay, let's do this. And put that down there. And the final one I'm thinking is... I mean, the choices I really have here are going to be Piercing Cry damage, which I use a lot. Minor Ballads, which I use a lot. Perfect Ballad damage, which I use a lot. Let's see which one actually does the most basic damage. I get the Call of Orome, didn't I? Yeah, I did. There was also Call of the Second Age, which I was thinking about, but I don't use it as much as I use any of these others. It's on my hotbar, so I'm typing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 to 10 basically. If it's on that selection of items, then I really want to do a lot with that. So I was thinking about putting some juice into like Cry of the Wizards or Cry of the Valar, because those are really nice. But I don't think they even well, there's Cry of the Chorus cooldown. But I don't think those two actually even have. Can they have trace rays for them? Really? They don't. Wow. Okay. Okay, well, I'm kind of liking Piercing Cry, because out of these, the choices, Piercing Cry has the initial base damage. And this is what the damage is without any weapons equipped or anything. So I think I'm going to go with Piercing Cry, honestly. So let's just take a quick look of how these, because I'm going to fill the other ones in with the scions. So Perfect Ballad damage, 55 tactical mastery rating. The tactical mastery rating is the same either way. So, oh, wait a minute, what's the cooldown on this again? It's immediate skill with a 10-second cooldown. 1 second cooldown, so I can spam Major Ballad doesn't have one though. Pardon me. Perfect. Sounds like I should use it on Perfect Ballad because I can just spam the crap out of that. Yeah, let's go with Perfect Ballad as our last legendary. Okay, so Perfect Ballad goes after Minor Ballad damage, which I haven't picked up yet. So this goes over here. Perfect Ballad, Call of the Second Age. Did I miss a spot? Okay, so let's get a Piercing Cry. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to use the Scions to get 6 more items. So let's fill in the gaps here. Piercing Cry damage will be one of these. Boop. And that goes there. And then we've got Minor Ballad damage goes here between the Call of Orome and the Perfect Ballad damage. So Minor Ballad damage. And that goes there. Boop. Alright. And so, let's see. We got single target attack damage. Well, okay. We got the Heraldry. Single target attack damage. Air effect attack damage. Piercing Cry damage. Call to Fate. Crit multiplier. Call of Orome and Earendil. Minor Ballad damage. Perfect Ballad damage. Call of Second Age damage. And then I should have 2 Ascendant Lights. I'm not going to spend Scion on one of those. I kind of like the ones that are in pairs to actually match. Kind of like RAM in my computer. Okay. So we still have 4 more Scions. I think I do actually want to use a Scion on this to get me the Heraldry of the Owl. And then 2 of them to get me one of the... Okay, so let's go get the Heraldry of the Owl and maybe the 2 Heroic Precisions. Okay, let's do that real quick. Let's go back in here. I can't see where I'm going. Alright, let's get my Heraldry going. And Heraldry Tracers. So again, we want Owl. Owl is awesome. I used to have a D&D DM named Owl. He's a cool dude. Alright, we got Owl. So we got Owl and Owl, and then we have 3. And so I was going to go over here and get 2 Heroic Precisions. So I'm thinking kind of actually grand willpower on both of them, but they want, the game is suggesting that I use, where are they? I think they're actually in here. Focus. They might be in here. But the focus ones, basically. But they're Gundabad focus ones, which was, to me, that was actually the problem. I didn't want to use Gundabad stuff because I didn't want to have to replace it in 10 levels. Is it in the other bag? It's probably in here. Yeah, it's these 2. So... you know what? I'm actually tempted to use them anyway. Because that is actually pretty good. And they're Scion, so they'll last a little bit longer. The only problem is I won't be able to get the full enhancement limit on them until I replace them with Umbari Words of Craft Focus. Which I don't think those exist yet. So, Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get the 2 Heroic Precisions. And they're on page 2. And heroic precision will give me crit rating and crit chance and more crit rating. Do I have those on the Ascendant Light and Grand Willpower? So yeah, I guess the tactical mitigations make sense on a fighting character. And then the damage is good as well. And I don't really need outgoing healing rating on a Redline Minstrel, honestly. Because I don't think I do. I could be wrong. Alright, so 2 heroic precisions. 1 there. And 1 there. So, boop and boop. And these will go on the weapon over here. And so now I have 1 more of these things. So I think what I'm going to actually do for this is spend it in getting the other Ascendant Light. Okay. That way I have 2 Ascendant Lights over here. Okay, so now I'm out of Ancient Script, and now I need to go find Ancient Script, and I have a crap ton of boxes sitting around. So we're going to go hop alts for a minute. Yes, Thief, I hear you. My cat. I mean, I could actually just turn some of these in and get some Ancient Script, but I really just have a ton of boxes I might as well use anyway. So let me go see... in Ancient Script. Okay, so I have a bunch of coffers on several different characters, which I'm going to mail over to myself. So we're going to start with popping on to Alistair. And then it looks like Bluebell, Kirellin. I got a whole pile of these. So we'll be able to finish this up easy peasy. And then we'll go do some missions. Okay. Log me out. Alistair, Azure Bell, and then Bluebell. Okay. And then we'll go to Kirellin, Kirena, Star Phoenix, and Zarellin. Oh, man. Lights are bright. Bright lights, big city. Meow, kitty cat. Alright, let's go to some storage alts, shall we? Alistair is in Mossward, because he has nothing else better to do. What's going on here? Meow. You know, one thing I've realized today is I haven't gotten any emails to my old press email address. It's very possible the press email address no longer exists. Alright, yep, look at all those coffers. Okay, let's send them on over. Yes, he also has all of these things, because reasons. Okay, let's mail myself things while I still have a little bit of money on myself. Alright. Let's use the biggies first. And then get all these... Oh, yeah, that's a 200. That's a 200. Yeah, we're gonna be fine for Ancient Script, I think. I think we'll be okay. Zoop! And probably 2 more mails. So, yeah, these things are hella expensive, aren't they? Yes, Thief, what do you want? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, And... why are you meowing, thief? What's your problem, cat? He's not hungry. He's been fed. Seriously. The cat has been fed. He lies. He is trying to trick you into making me feed him. He is telling fibs. Okay, let's see how much that gets us. Squarendus and Luanori, my friends. How are you? What are you up to? What you doing? Let's go back to Kiriana and see how that does for our ancient script. He is the meowingest cat that ever catted. And Lunori's been going ham, as they say, on missions and various characters today. Yeah, I wonder why, Lunori, with the LI reward track turning over next week. That's why I started running missions on a couple of different characters real fast, like last couple of weeks. Because to be fair, I could have had the LI reward track done like a month and a half ago, except for the entire month of December and half the month of January. I was doing the hardcore league over on in DDO. Yeah. It was a lot of work. You collapsed in a heap after having managed to get your champion out of the east gate of Mar into Nandurian. Completed Elijah a while ago, you just farming script. Fair, Luanori. Fair. I'm spending script. I'll just spend a shit ton of script and I'm gonna spend some more. Alright. Let's open up my boxes. Because now I've got these two. Oh. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I forgot. I still had some boxes. Jeez whiz. Did I just do that? I did. Why didn't you say something? Okay, these are from Alistair. Never mind. Never mind. Hold up. Oh, God, that's useless. Parry chance? Yeah, we're just going to nuke that one. It's going away. I don't want to use it. I want to delete it. Come on, you. Oop, there we go. Alright. Give me some goods. Greater resistance. Again. Why are you meowing? He is meowing. Okay. Okay, delete that one. Detach these. These are the biggies. Oh, wait. No, those are enhancement runes. What? I'm very confused. But that's okay. Oh, it's the other one. I'm very, very baffled right now. Okay, so these are the decorated ones. Okay, let's detach all of these. And again, we want to be very careful how we do these. I have 315. I think I'll be okay for a while, chat. Delete that. And detach all of those. And let's open a few. Delete that as well. Get that out of the way. Again, let's keep it careful. Let's actually search for it this way. Ancient. That way I can see it right here without all the other clutter. So 600. 600. 600. 2. 2. 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. So you still have to be careful with your ancient script because you can Got more enhancement rays. That's nice. Okay, so we still have, look at all these slots we have to fill. But we don't have any more expensive tokens, so these are all going to be purples. But here's the important thing to remember. For the landscape stuff that I do, the purples are fine. Republic credits will be fine. He was going for his stream. Mom, Mom, Mom! If he's not careful, I'm going to take him to the sink, turn on some soothingly warm water, and give his ass a bath. Because he needs it really badly, actually. Not really, really badly, but he needs a bath. Okay. Next. So we have 47.15. That should be enough to get us a little bit more. I want to finish out the red thing first. So let me get that. So we need to be... Okay, so we are, first of all, needing our other word of power. Not to be confused with rings of power. Different show. Different age. So we are looking for, on the class item, area effect attack critical. So this bad boy, but in rare. Okay, so this is the one. Then let me double check to make sure I don't already have one of those in 15. And let's sort by this. So I have a 14, and again, it's like, well, you could still use that druid, but the enhancement limit is really what's bothering me, so I don't want to mess with the... I want to have all 15s. All of 15s. All 15s, all 15s. Okay. What was that other thing I was looking for? Oh, I'm just gonna ignore it. Okay. So. We've done our single target attack damage. Yeah, I got some really good rolls out of my legendary boxes. Hell yeah. You notice that happen? Yeah. Okay, so area of effect attack criticals that goes with the attack damage. Alright. And next we need area effect target count, which is this. I've never actually used this, but I do like the physical mastery rating and tactical mastery and hitting more people. I'm down with it. So there we go. And Anthem of War and Prowess damage buffs. Oh, those are words of mastery. Never mind. So let's go back to our words of mastery. So again, Anthem of War. Anthem of War. Anytime you say Anthem, I kind of want to just like, whatever. Okay, so we have Anthem of War and Prowess damage buffs. So they're not here. Not here. That's the red. That's the blue. Okay, so it's this. Alright, we'll get that. And then we already have raise the spirit healing. Why is this on the red one? I'm very confused. Because I put it in the wrong place, that's why. Okay. Oh, this goes up here. That goes up there as well, so, Alright. Back to... So basically, I do things across. I think I probably should just do them vertically, but it's so weird. Okay, so we've now got that. Oh, I have anthem duration on both. Oh, okay, hang on. So I'm going to put the anthem and the rally duration on the red item. So anthem duration. So I need anthem of war and damage buffs. Boom. And then it's anthem duration. Boom. And then Hammerhand skills bubble magnitude. Not there. And then rally cooldown. I want my good stuff to be on the red item more than the blue item. Okay. Anthem of composure, resistance, and tactical mitigation. Is that under... No, that's Anthem of War. I guess Anthem of Composure right here. Okay. And Composure Resistance, Tactical Mitts, more Tactical Mitts. Okay. Honestly, I used a lot more healing. I mean, I used, for example, on before... you can kind of see some of the stuff I had over here. Okay, these are bad examples. Very bad examples, actually. But yeah, I'd use Raise the Spirit Healing on my red line thing, but I guess we're just going to go ham and damage everything on red line. And I'm sitting down beside my chair. Nice and quiet. Okay, well, let's get it. Let's get it. Boop. Okay, and then finally on the class item, Echoes of Battle Resistance Rating debuff, which, yes, I'm down for. Echoes of Battle. Boop. Okay, so now I've got my red line weapon sorted. Okay, so for my next trick, I need to fill in all the blanks on my blue item. So let me get rid of the red page entirely. Boop. Alright, so we need both words of power. I'm sorry, all 3 words of power on... Actually, let's shift these down a bit. Hey, stop that. Okay, so we're going to start with single target healing and area effect healing. I'm not sure why healing over time and healing over time criticals are both listed in like a separate header on the Low Rage key page on Blue Minstrel. It kind of feels like, well, it's like if you have these, use these. If you don't, use this other one. So I guess it depends on whether you're the main healer or you're the off healer, question mark. I don't know. But we're going to go in here and get us some words of power. And we're going all the way down here. And we're going to rare. So single target healing will be on page 2. There we go. And the criticals right here is going to go down here. Easy peasy. Healing skills, induction time, and critical chance will be next. That'll be on page 1. Oh, duh, where's the battery? Durr. Okay, so let me get my area effect healing. For the other one, it goes there. And then skill induction speed. That's on page 2. Okay, so that one is sorted for those. And the other one, oh, no, this goes down here. Never mind. This goes here. And then ranged healing extension. Is this? So that goes there. Spirit healing. What, the Hammerhand skills bubbles on both of them? Hold up. Yep, it is on both of them. Alright, well, let's focus. I think that's kind of where I get confused as to which one goes where. Okay, so we have healing skills, induction, and crit chance, heroic precision. So what would I use other than those gun to bad, word of craft, focus? Because the skill inductions are nice, but I have skill induction speed, so it's not as good anyway. So something with physical and tactical mastery rating, I guess. We will find ourselves a couple of nice words of... Oh, looks like I need more script again. So let's go to our next alt who has script. We'll be right back. Kevin! You missed your best buddy howling up a storm. And then as soon as I mentioned I was going to give him a bath, he shut the fuck up. He laid on the floor for a minute, and now he went out to the other room. He'll be back, I'm sure. Alright, let's go back and scrounge up some more ancient script. Okay, Azure Bell has some. It's been a day. It has totally been a day. Why is the Acolyte trending on Twitter? That's the show that's supposed to be about it's a jet force user show. Oh, so apparently Star Wars is doing some big reveal tomorrow at 4 p.m., but it doesn't say when, what time zone that's in. I assume it's 4 p.m. Eastern? Question mark? I guess we'll find out. We'll find out. So this is the character that I use to open up level 85 thingamajiggers. Alright, script, and script. I could just, search for script. That would be too easy. Alright, we'll send those off. She only had a few of them, but Bluebell, the burglar, has more. See, this is actually one of my favorite songs. For some reason, part of it made me think it was a Dwarven song. I'd forgotten it was a Balfour song. But honestly, part of the reason why I like it is it was used as part, like the theme, the tune, was used as part of the Mariner video. And the version of the Mariner video that's in the game, like I can't show you because I don't have character slots on the server. But actually, no, I should be able to. Races. Hang on here. Let's actually. No, not races, classes. Duh. Mariner. Here we go. Let's watch this video.
Mariners have a noble history in Middle-earth. From Earendil of old, to the voyagers of Numenor, and on to the sailors and corsairs who now navigate Middle-earth's coastline.
We know that
Shunning
one.
heavy weapons and armor as unfit for use aboard ship, they excel as cunning duelists, masters of innovative tactics, and callers of sea shanties that draw upon the mystical powers of the sea.
Okay, so that specific version of that song, the flute in that song was played by Cordovan. True story. Okay, Bluebell. Yeah, Bluebell. The burglar. My burglar. So basically, I have a spreadsheet of my characters and who needs LI work more than the others. And basically, green is that they're good to 150. Orange is they only need a couple things and they'll be good to 150. Red is holy shit, you should get all new LIs once they ding 141. And Kiriana was on that list of red. So once she's done, she'll actually be good to 160. So that'll be fun. Alright, Bluebell. I think they're 5 hours and change. I could tell how late I was working last night on this problem. And I will always have pending alerts on this character. Because Standing Stone can't fix the flag on my account that says... Oh, hey, wait a minute. Hold up. I don't think I want to open that, do I? No, I need to spend my embers before I open that box. Well, actually, no. No, hold up. This is embers and figments. I'll just put me over 9,000 embers. Over 9,000! Boop. There we go. Alright, let's send all the ancient script to Kiriana. And yes, I have a lot of it on this character. Do. Alrighty. Let's just send them all. And I wish this was like World of Warcraft, where... Wait a minute. Why am I mailing these things? Hold up. Chat, I'm a ding-dong. I'm 140. I could just open these boxes myself. Jesus Christ. Okay. Because Alistair couldn't do it. Azurbel was able to do it. Oh well. I'm just out of it today. Alright. Let's get the 600s going here first. That way we know how many of the smaller ones I can get away with. And I also have other sealed traceries. I'm going to actually save the sealed traceries. I could have done those. Oh no. Well. Well. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Alright. Okay. So I'm actually going to not open this on this character. Because I don't want the token to pop out on this character. But we will mail them to Kiriana, though. Learn how to type. Gosh darn it. There we go. Well, you know, I could save these for the next alt I level. Let's leave something for later. And also I could use these if when the level cap goes to 160, then I can get the jump on the 151 traceries. So I think we'll be okay. I'll just suck it up. But I do want to use the legendary one. I hope I get a good one. Though right now it's probably not likely. So I really don't need additional minstrel things. I do need to save stuff for higher level characters. I'm debating about these because these will give me ancient script. We'll use it because I will need the script for sure. Yep. Okay. I think that's gonna be it for today for those. Let's go back to Kiriana for the last time. Burglar, rubble. The Hamburglar. And also, I don't want to use... I'm not as fussed about having the best of the best of the best healing items anyway. So I'm okay. And then we can go do some missions. And I'll probably start with the Gundabad, or not the Gundabad ones, the Umbar ones, because they're just so much fun. I'm not tired of them yet, and it's pretty. Brandon Wolf, first time chat. Why didn't you say something? You come to my chat? How are you? Just being reminded that you want to play that too. And DDO, yes, you need a clone. Brandon Wolf is a friend from Devilore's community who I suckered into playing DDO again. Year of the Dragon, Brandon Wolf. I know you saw that because you DM'd me about it. I'm pretty excited. And okay, I'm gonna say this is my own channel. The one that we're gonna get that's blue draconic wings. If they look stupid and they're baby blue, I'm gonna be sad. You got the game box from Best Buy. I've got the game box in my library next door. Literally the next door. Okay, let's go. Finish our LIs. We just have a few spaces left, so this is good. New mail. 6 items of ancient script. So, script. Okay, so I do want to be a little careful about this. So detach all of these. Because one thing, Brandon, you may not be aware of, I know the others in chat are, is you cannot exceed your ancient script cap of 10,000. Except in 2 ways. One is if you have old LIs from the previous LI system, the 2.0 version. This is the 3.0 version. And you basically appraise them. You can get LI stuff. However, not too many people have that unless they haven't played their account for like 4 or 5 years. The other way, which Standing Stone has said, oh, that doesn't work. Bullshit. Is if you transfer stuff from server to server. For example, I've transferred Ancient Script as part of shared storage, and it overdrafted my Ancient Script. So you can overcap Ancient Script, but they may change that at some point, so you never know. Your hyped free mount and all the other things, yeah, free shit. Once a month, log in, claim it, and go to town. Yes, I never got a house for the longest time because I didn't feel that I was making enough in-game money to pay the upkeep. Okay. 2 more boxes. There. That's a lot of Ancient Script. We'll definitely be able to fill these out. Let's get the other mail. Not that one. Alright. Here's where we go. Big money, no whammies. Okay. Not caring about that. Okay. Okay, so we're keeping a careful eye on that. Gonna delete that, so it's out of the way. Get that out of the way. I never bought one of those. Okay, well, good news is I have a better one now. So there's that. I'm gonna open this up. Well, I made lots of little boxes. Tracery token, incomparable, yep. And tracery token. There's 2 of these. Careful. Oof, that was close. Alright, so I need to spend these down. The good news is I'm going to use these to spend these down. So now I have the craft selection box. This is not to be confused with craft dinner. You know what I could do? It's heraldry. Word of craft. I could get this down to 2 boxes, but I'm not going to worry about it. Shared storage is full. Is it full? It is full. Okay. Legendary. And these don't stack for some stupid ass reason. It's very annoying, I might add. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. We're gonna buy 2. We have our Heroic Precision. I need to find the 2 for this one. We're going to spend these 2 buying the Words of Craft. Hey, we're right here. Animation. Like wizardry. Why? I need something that's going to be good for healing. Let's go to page 2. Don't need those. Perfect healing. Honestly, 2 more Heroic Precisions might be a good choice. Does anybody use Enduring Power? That's gotta be new. I don't remember that one. So again, the Word of Craft Focus was basically something that dumped crit rating on things, but you had to... So basically none of these have crit rating as the 2 set. But it does for the 4 set. So what I should probably do is just get 2 more heroic precisions and just dump the more crit rating here. Just add more crit rating. Oh wait, the word of craft focus was a skill induction thing. And physical and tactical mastery. And you don't get physical or tactical mastery on any of these. Well, you do if you have a 4 set of flame, for example. Let me go see if I can get some physical or tactical mastery out of these. Well, you can with empowered blades, but it really does... What you really want is the set bonus. So the ones that say empowered on them, these are garbage. Don't ever use these. This one's garbage. Don't use that one. Yeah, I'm thinking I should just go get the 4 set bonus. And just double up my crit rating. Let's do that. Alright, we're gonna buy one of those and another one of those. And split 2 down here and 2 over there. Half goes here. Alright, let's finish this shit out. My bags are so freaking full. Hang on, how are my personal bags doing? Oh, I have some space here. So let me chuck some stuff in my personal folder here. Yeah, I wish I could just deconstruct those. Oh, I have a few hope tokens. Yeah. Okay, what can I throw in there that I don't use a lot? Those. Storage. I'll just throw it into storage. And this can go into storage as well. And that can go in. Stop giving me error messages, you silly game. Alright. Craft selection. Craft selection box. Okay, so now we need... Let's get back to it. Alright, so... which one did I replace? Wait a minute. Okay. Single target healing. Area effect healing. Oh, I'm just going to put that in there. And next I need healing, skills, induction time, and crit chance. Didn't I have one of those? Yeah, it's right here. Duh. Okay. And then the call to ERS. Then I need Cry of the Chorus cooldown. Which we're going out here. Rawr! Things out here now. Cry of the Chorus. Alright. Cry of the Chorus cooldown. Okay. We're going for that. And next we got Triumphant Spirit cooldown and crit magnitude, yes. And Bolster Courage healing, yes. And Inspire Fellows healing, yes. And then my Heroic Precisions. And next we have our thing, single target healing criticals, now in legendary. Skill induction speed, ranged healing extension, soliloquy of spirit healing. So we need that. Okay, comes out of not there. Okay, this comes out of here. So soliloquy of spirit, raise the spirit healing. Hammerhand skills bubble magnitude. Do. Alright. Pop this one right there. Oh, stop it. One goes up here. 1. Ha, ha, ha. And then Anthem duration. pop one of those there. Rally cooldown. Rally to me! Okay. And major ballad healing. That would be under a healing option, would it not? Okay, and then these two bad boys. Okay, so we have all the things I need for my LIs. And now we get to place our things on our LIs. Isn't this exciting? Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. We're going to start with this one. And the trick is, if you didn't know this, is you start at the bottom and work your way upward, because the LI UI is janky as fuck. It just is. And nothing we can do about it. Okay, so yes, my sword is named Cleric. So my damage sword is named Cleric. My healing sword is named Healing Sword. Okay. Yeah, Brandon, I think we're all really curious about what's going on with the Curate Your Expansion thing. In DDO, how does it compare to WoW outside of obvious lore differences? It plays a lot like WoW, honestly. In basic terms, you don't... There's a difficulty thing that you can now set up to make your quest harder. It doesn't have level scaling like WoW does in most places. It's kind of like the difference between a big box store and your little mom and pop grocery store that everybody loves because, you know, it's the neighborhood shop, whereas the big corporation from out of town kind of deal. So there's a lot of things that Lotro doesn't do as well as WoW. It might be the same thing in general, but it's simply because WoW has over 200 people on the team unless Blizzard laid more of them off. Fuck. And Standing Stone does not have 200 people on its team. I don't know the exact number. Oh, but I did want to mention something. If you didn't know this, by the way, it's semi-public because he mentioned it in his own Discord. So for people who are in his Discord, but you know, okay. So long time ago, in the before times, a Lotro and DDO streamer who went at the time by the handle of Mig Vegan Pants. He is now known as MVP. He got hired by Standing Stone to work in QA. Well, if you go to Bull Roar right now, you can play the first the quest chain that he made as a newly promoted quest content designer. So MVP has gotten promoted at Standing Stone. Is no longer in QA. So now instead of finding the bugs to send to a dev to fix, he is now the dev who gets to fix his own damn bugs. So yeah, MVP is awesome. For those who don't know, a long time ago, even before that, he did something super duper nice to me, for me rather. And Elda and I actually roomed with him and his missus at PAX East, the last one in the before times, and we had a hell of a lot of fun. But no, it's super duper happy that he got a promotion. So yeah, so I love playing WoW. I will actually, once I get done with the LI reward track, once I get this thing again. Speaking of janky UIs, this thing to 100 up here, so I can get my red pony. Once I can get my red pony, then I'll probably be playing a lot more WoW. And I'm really excited about Season of Discovery, though I don't think I'm not as in tune with it as, say, Devlore, a friend of mine that I stream, or that I moderate for. But yeah, I'm almost there. See, 97. I have to finish 97, 98, 99, 100. And the plan is to finish this tonight. Either, and it's not going to be on stream. It's going to be off stream most likely. Because I spent so much time getting these LIs beat into shape. But I need to get this so I can send this pony to my main. I have a character who has one of these red skelly mounts. But it's not a character I normally play. It's actually my band kin leader. So, alright, so LI thing. Oh, and also because MVP, when he was applying to Standing Stone for QA back in the day, he didn't really have like gaming industry people to reference. And the way I knew that he had gotten the job was when I got an email from somebody at Dimensional Inc. who was helping Standing Stone with some of the hiring things. Like, hey, can you tell us about this person? Let me just say, I sang his praises. So I like to take a little bit of credit, indirect credit to MVP getting hired at Standing Stone. I'm level 3 in Season of Discovery, and the only reason I am level 3 is because I got to level 3 on like the first day, and then I didn't log in until Laura said the other day, log your damn characters in or we're going to kick you out. I'm like, oh shit. So I logged my character in. I haven't done it. But I actually do want to get back into WoW because I really need to have the Season 3 Death Knight Conquest gear. So I'm going to be doing a lot of WoW PvP until I get the Conquest to buy each piece of that set. Yeah, it's going to happen. And honestly, if I'm going to PvP, I'm going to PvP in WoW because I'm not a fan of Lotra's PvP. And I've said this on Lotra's actual channel. It's like, look, I don't like it. I just don't like it. So, alright. So, here's how you do these. You do them bottom up because once you start putting things, it makes this thing go really, really big and crazy. So, you start at the bottom, work your way up. Boop. Oh, equal or minimum level. Oh, noes. You know what I need to do, chat? I need to, min level 141, but I need to reforge my allies, don't I? Well, shit. Aha! Here he is. You also gotten back into mini painting? Oh, you poor soul. You should talk to Agrin. He likes to mini paint, too. Hey, look, it's an elf butt. It's Corlin from the Lonely Mountain Band. I also used to be a member of the Anduin Ensemble. Speaking of the Anduin Ensemble, by the way, I am presenting a paper on filking in Lotro at Sunshine Moot. You do have to pay to attend Sunshine Moot. It's down in Florida. But $25, you can watch all of our presentations and papers and get to watch Corey being really wacky. It's like the best job benefit, the best perk of my job at Signum University is the fact that I get to watch all the moots and get to watch Corey being Corey at all of the moots. Best job ever. Gotta say. Filking. Okay. Filk is basically nerdy music that started out as a typo of the word folk music, filk music, at science fiction and fantasy conventions back in the 70s. And so, a lot of filking can be completely original music and completely original lyrics. A lot of it is completely original lyrics over existing music. So one might say Weird Al Yankovic is the most famous filker on the planet. And how it relates to the Anduin Ensemble is the fact that I reached out to Holly Berry, beautiful Holly Berry, and asked her for a small selection, basically three separate songs to showcase a master songwriter taking existing songs and writing new lyrics and making them about Lord of the Rings lore. So we're going to be doing a song about Gondolin. I asked her to pick a silly hobbity kind of song because I wanted to showcase, you know, something fun, and then probably some other not fun thing. Serious stuff. Master Jeffrey was the master. Yeah, Guerendis, we actually collaborated on choosing, you know, the list she gave me is, there's a couple that are like Jeffrey's old songs that he arranged. So basically I wanted to include him as well in some fashion. Brandon Wolf, I've met Weird Al. He's an awesome dude. Hi, kitty. He's back, but he's sleeping on the floor. But yeah, so it's going to be very emotional, and I'm going to have to manage to get all 3 songs. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to play Holly's video and talk around them. We're not going to actually talk over the songs. No. But so people could actually see the lyrics in the chat bubbles. And basically, we're going to use her films for the various songs. And so basically, I'm just going to play the video and talk about the whole notion of what the music community does. And so complete, it's not like, oh, hey, I'm going to steal Holly's videos and talk about them. No, she actually is helping me with the selection and whatnot. And if I could afford the $25 to get her a thing for the mood. But actually, she doesn't have to pony up $25. I'm also planning on taking the exact paper and the exact videos and representing it here on this channel. Because while Signum will own the one that's officially transmitted to the moot, if I redo my paper, this is like I did the paper in 2020 about Lotro at the first pandemic myth moot. Well, not about Lotro. It was about Lord of the Rings video games, like a whole ass panel about it, like 20 minutes. So they own that version of it, but I could represent it here and just redo the paper and just read the script again and play the videos again. It's this version. They don't own it. And so this is Sunshine Mute. Yeah, it's the one in Florida coming up in a couple days on the 17th. Yep. All right, let's reforge. I'm not going to rename my stuff. Not renaming. And yes, this character actually has the money to do this because holy crap, reforging is expensive as fuck. Okay, so now this should work. This should work. Let's do this right this time, chat. It's a good thing that it actually failed because I was using the wrong one anyhow. So let's go. Sparkles. So just to recap, we have legendary. This is gonna kick some of your serious ass. Scion, legendary. Okay, so Scion, gold. You know, actually, there's a Twitch emote from that. I have a gold Twitch emote. It's not mine. It's actually Bill Champagne's. Death Celtics, the composer for Lotro, has his own Twitch emote of gold. It's from Games Done Quick. Him and his friend Cassie do that a lot. Okay, so we're at gold here. Scion. I know you should call it teal. It's Scion, you fuckers. It's Scion. So yeah, this is gonna be good. I actually think these are gonna be better LIs than on my main stuff. Honestly, I can't remember what Phoenix has, but this is really good. Okay, so let's do the sheet music. Just hit the button. I don't know why it says 0 of 4. There's definitely 2 of that. What? Oh, Duh. Wrong one. I should be careful about this. Come on! Words of power. I have the power! So again, we've got a gold, cyan, purple, purple. And again, honestly, purples will get me through most of the shit I need to do anyhow. I really don't need to have even the cyans to do general landscape shit. Okay. Now, this is actually my favorite part, is look at my might, agility, vitality. This is what I look like without my stuff on. And you notice how if I hold my thing over a skill, it's like, oh, you do 393 maximum light damage on perfect ballad? Like, my god. And then all of these suddenly shoot up, and then all of a sudden perfect ballad does that much damage. It's very nice. Alright. And now let's do the other two allies. And we're going to talk a little bit less about them because they don't have quite as much going on there. So it says 0 of 4, but it lies. It lies. Hold up. Oh, wait. No, we're doing it right. It's fine. I'm not going to equip these because I don't need to, but I did want to have them so I could at least, if a group needs me to heal, I can heal. Because honestly, I don't really need to do much of anything during Corey shows, which is what this character mostly does. Alright, let's get you down. Actually, I think the 0 of 4 thing is because they're not equipped. I could be wrong. Oh, you can't see from here. Okay. So we've got cyan, purple, purple, cyan, gold, purple, gold, cyan, 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 and cyan. And then you have cyan, cyan, purple, 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 and then purple, 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 gold, and then purple. Alright, so those are pretty good. So I still have these floating around. I need to find a place for them, but for right now they're okay. I also need to figure out my my free spaces, but for right now, let's go do some missions and actually spend some time doing that. Yes. And yes, you can kind of see it, but my alert for my Hobbit presence is in the corner, and I'm ignoring it. Because I'm going to run my gold roll on stream tomorrow. Anyway, let's go to get some missions done. And to do the missions, I need not to go to Ekadregian. I'm trying to think of the best way to get there. Because I want to go do the Umbar ones because those are fun. I'm going to start by going to my house. Why do you want me to sign in, Gmail, you dork? Oh no, Google is warning us that they're going to update stuff soon. Yay. Alright. And this was not the house I intended to go to. Well, that's nice. That's okay. So I have 2 missions to complete the On a Mission weekly. And 2 to complete the Gundabad weekly. Or daily. I should do the Gundabad daily. Maybe I should just do Gundabad missions. But the... Oh, I can't go this way, there. Hold up. Let's go this way. Rohan, is it dawn in Rohan? It is 4 dawn in Rohan. Let's ride across people's fields because they always love that. So, one of the reasons why I picked a house in the hoarding areas because for the horde, and also the house that I have here is literally used just to store stuff. It is a horde.
Greetings, friend.
Greetings, friend. I should unlock Lond Kyrian. That's what I really should do. I should also unlock King's Gondor, but we're not doing that tonight. How did I get to Umbar before? Did I not talk to the stable master in Umbar? I've been there. I know I have been there. Why are you meowing? Oh, I know how I got there. In fact, I will fix this by fixing what house I go to. Meow. Housing port item, exactly. He is here. I don't want to change my milestone because that would mess up me getting to Corey's class. And actually I need to fix that. Now that I think about it. So my milestone is set for Ekad Regian and I need to go to Ekad Dunan. Let me do that real quick while I'm thinking about it. And then we can just port right back here. Look, it's a thief kitty. Kevin, thief is here. You need a bath. Alright, we're going to take a quick run. We are going to turn on nameplates. And yes, I do have the best title in the game. And it's honestly a little bit fun if you think about it. By having this as my character name or my character title when I'm running in Corey's class. It's a little bit racy for Signum University. And you know what I'm looking for, chat, when I'm writing, right? You know what I'm looking for. Would you stop that? I apologize if you're hearing any weirdness from the microphone. Hashtag blame thief kitty. Yup. Yup. Indigo. I mean, I have people sending me tweets or posting in my Discord that, hey, look what I found. I'm like, oh, don't pick it. But I've seen indigo in like a couple of weird places. Not like the edible indigo leaf that you can find in the Elder Slade, but like actual indigo plant in like King's Gondor. I'm like, wait, the what? Then again, I once found indigo in, where was it? I actually picked some indigo in like a super duper low level area. Like, I want to say Kellendim or somewhere. You saw some in Outer Gondor? Yeah, yeah. Wow. Kazatskarn! We're not saving Bill the Pony. He's on his own. Also, I did put in a proposal for, but it hasn't been officially approved yet. I think it will be, though. For a more generic Lotro storytelling panel discussion, or not a panel discussion, but just basically a paper on it. No, I need the shush you. Leave me alone. I need the milestone. Fun fact, if you the way you orient yourself when you save to a milestone is how you appear when you use it again, I think. WoW does that too, which I thought was very fascinating. I'm like, wait a minute, that works in Lotro too? What? True story. Alright. I'm ready for next week's Exploring Lord of the Rings. You behave yourself. Alright, let's get back to the house. Okay, that's not the kinship house. So, I'm a little bit excited about the notion that they might actually give us Elven premium housing. As the only race that doesn't have premium housing, Bjornings are humans. Sorry. For those who want Bjornings to have their own premium, elves should get it for. So Scenario hasn't said definitively, yeah, no, that's what we're doing. But he's basically said that's what they're. It's very likely that the next premium housing will be Elven. And I have hopes for it. And I keep saying this a lot, but I have very high hopes for it. Whoops. Let's go back to the house. Let's run into things while we go back to the house. I need to really decorate. I also need to decorate the cave. I have the cave down the hill from here. Because I believe I'll be hosting Ales and Tales sometime this spring. Question mark. As you can see, this is the corner of convenience. Okay, you need to go. You're just being a butthead. Yeah, sure, you're being a butthead. But when we get Elven Premium Housing, if I don't hate it, it's very likely that I will sell my island kin house and buy an Elven kin house and decorate that good and proper. And then what I'll probably wind up doing is rebuying a Belfless house for my band, but I don't know. I mean, the Belfless Island houses are nice, but I realized that I wanted one just to have one. But if we got an Elven property that I really, really loved, I'm like, yeah, I'm all over that shit. And I wish this place didn't lag to Kingdom Come because it's gorgeous. And I want bands to be able to... I mean, this is clearly put here for bands to perform. There's a lot of space for dancing. It feels like we should be playing here, but the game is just so damn laggy, we can't do it. We can't do it. The performance is just horrible, and I feel bad about that. Not gonna lie, I want the performance to be better in the game. And Umbar is so gorgeous. It is so beautiful. Let's go kill things. It's so pretty here. So I will be on Lotro stream tomorrow. I don't know which character I'm gonna play. Because assuming I get all my work done on this character tonight, then I won't need to play this character. I might start doing the story tomorrow on this character. I don't know.
Do you have need of something?
I always have need of something. But then I could actually go back and start playing some Lobby characters too, so I don't know yet. What would you like to see if you watch my show tomorrow on the official? Alright, let's go kill some Corsairs and see how fun this is gonna be. Easy peasy. You have a doctor's appointment. Yeah, I'm just like one-shotting people from across the map. That's cool. This is one thing I love about when I play DDO, is just playing a ranged character. This is ridiculous. I'm just like murdering these dudes. And I'm just hitting random buttons. I'm not even fussing with any of the, like, echoes of battle. Timeless echoes of... I'm not using any of my buffs here or anything, because I don't need to, honestly. Though I will tell you something funny, is we had Osmood a couple weeks ago. So I was listening to Australian accents all weekend. And let's just say they would not pronounce deckhand like that. It would be dickhand. It's dickhand? And it just makes me laugh. It just makes me laugh. You're making a ranger soon? I would recommend, if you're gonna make a ranger soon, if you have the option for doing it, Dark Hunter Ranger is so fun. Because not only do you get a wolf pet, you also get the ability to do traps. So I'm gonna do these 10 missions, and then I'm gonna do the, hello, game. I'm gonna do the Gundabad ones.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it. There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
That flashing is a bit obnoxious. It's a kitty. So, speaking of archetypes, Brandon, the current prevailing theory is that the Dragon Disciple archetype is probably going to be a sorcerer class. Because it's the only class and or race that doesn't have either an iconic specifically for it, or an archetype already. Because Paladin has an iconic in the form of Bladeforge Paladin. It also has the Sacred Fist archetype. Some things either have an iconic or an archetype, and several have both, but Sorcerer is the only one that doesn't have either one. But we don't know yet for sure. We'll find out later this year. Oh, why am I going that way? I can go this way. By the way, can I just tell you how fucking gorgeous this game is? I mean, just look at this. Look at this shit. Look how fucking gorgeous this game is. And these water effects, not only the wave effects, this is like really badass, but also the ripples on the water, that texture is also fairly new to the game. It makes it look, I mean, obviously you can see that there's a pattern there or whatever, but it used to look like a sheet of glass before. This is a 5,000% improvement, and I will not shut the fuck up about it. Because it's just so good. Alright, let's go kill some more things. Now, of course, I don't need to kill all of them. I just need to kill the burrowers and the guardians. The workers are actually non-aggressive. I'm looking for some more stuff. Oh, hi. Again, I'm not too fussed about using all of the skills that I would use in an instant. It doesn't matter on missions or landscape. Alright. How are we doing on our LI reward track? I wish they would give us better reporting on the LI reward track, honestly. This filigree is pretty, but it's in the way. I wish if I clicked on, like, the number, like, if I clicked on 90, it should have 90 in the middle. So if I want to see my 97, I have to click on 96. And yes, I have claimed up to where I am now. Go away. Okay, you're drooling. Get off my table. And what does Thief not do? Get off my table. What? Get off my table. Seriously, get off the table. Go. Here is one of my best defenses against my cat. I just push it at him and he goes away. Okay, so I wish I could actually just like pin this so I could see my progress rather than have it take up the entire freaking screen. I don't know, is there a, I don't know, Guarendis, Leonora, do you guys know if there's any kind of plugin that will actually just show you the one exact one that you're on in the LI reward track? And then update it whenever you progress to another level, because that would be badass. You have no idea. Well, you know what? I should suggest that. I should go to B4 and say, hey, dude, I think you should make one of these. I just don't know if that's available or visible in the API for a plugin creator to make one. Let's just kill them all, because I don't care. Ah! Oh, I also have to remember to do this. Perks, please. Now, I'm not going to worry about popping an XP booster, because I don't have any for this character. I've used them all already in the past. So, have no knowledge of this, and yeah, ask me for it, right? Kill them all and let Eru sort them out. Actually, let Mando sort them out, right? Clean dungeon is a happy dungeon, and that's what I say in DDO as well. So the person I normally run with in some various evenings, they like to zerg the game, and I like to flower sniff. I like to go look through everything, loot all of the chests, including the optionals, do all the optionals, even if I'm at max level, because it's fun. I like to clear the dungeon, right? If it looks that. A clean dungeon is a happy dungeon. You got that from Terry Edwin? Man, I haven't talked to her in forever. Alright, I need some more research notes, which is a little bit surprising that I haven't gotten them all by now. So I've probably missed a few nests or whatever. I see some research papers. Come on, click on them. I do appreciate that when they made the missions, they made them so that they were all at different times of day. So there's a couple that are like at sunset. There's a couple that are during like the middle of the day and whatnot. Okay, I'm missing some research papers. That is so weird that I am missing research papers. I've done this quest like 5 billion times recently. Over on my Mariner, who is now at level cap, I might add. Come up that way. Some workers down here. I'm very oh, maybe here? Maybe here? Okay, now I'm a bit confuzzled. Oh, we found him! We found him! Now we need to go fight the big lady. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Travel now. Let's get our next quest done. Do.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
Ally item boost. Hell yeah. Alright, what do I get? What do I get? I get enhancement runes. Always welcome. And I get a seal tracery. And I always get more enhancement runes because I have a ton of those. Okay. And crafting carry-all. Large essence and tracery. Head to bed. Take care, Guirendus. It's always good to see you, my friend. Alrighty. So, seal tracery. That can just go in the stash for the next character. Okay. We're gonna get a taste for crab. Crab. Alright. You know, I should go take a look at the Delving Reward vendor just for giggles. I can't buy anything.
Might you spare a moment?
No. Let me go take a look at the light armor for 140. Yeah. So my gear is still my 130 gear in that case. Yeah. But that's okay. For what I'm doing, the gear that I have is fine. And so if I start doing the questing, I'll actually get a full set of gear by the time I get done with it. I might do that. Start doing the Story King's Gondor. That'd be fun. Maybe I should do that on stream tomorrow. Alright, let's go kill a bunch of crabs and steal stuff from the fish traps. We're gonna kill all the crabs. Thief is meowing. Meow. I might have ice cream later tonight. I have some Rocky Road. I also picked up some heavy whipping cream because I have learned the joy of making my own Cool Whip. I mean, I could have just bought Cool Whip, but where's the fun in that? How we doing? We're doing pretty good. I honestly wish somebody would do a crab rave in these missions, like party up with somebody. Like, have a whole ass, like a 6-person fellowship and just roll in here and do a crab rave as a band. Wouldn't they be baller? I honestly, I should probably... I want to talk to Kill Him Quicker and see if he and Mario will do it. Because that would be funny as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, worst case scenario, if you can't get anybody in, like, to the mission space... I mean, this one would be a good mission space to do it in because the lighting is really good. But you'd want crabs that are alive, I guess. Maybe everybody have their crab pets out or something if they have a crab pet. And one of the fun things about getting done with the Ally reward track is that I also not only can start playing other games like WoW or whatever, I can also get back into playing building games. I really want to play Ark again right now. Even though Ark is a freaking goddamn mess. I can reinstall the old Ark and play the single player version and it'd be fine. I do have Ark Survival Ascended, but they only have the one map right now. But they are coming out with a second map the Scorched Earth map. And I kind of want to play that one. If only to actually figure out how to tame a phoenix. Because that's the map where the phoenix comes from.
Do you have need of something?
Maybe. Doo-doo. So, chat, I have a question for you. What is your favorite and least favorite class to play? I can tell you right off the bat that my least favorite class to play is 100% Warden. I think my favorite really depends. Honestly, I really do enjoy hitting things with lightning, so I thought I wouldn't like playing Lore Master, but I found out once I got the Storm spell, I had a fucking ton of fun running that character through missions. Especially the Red Horn, depending, or whatever, securing the Red Horn one. With all of the groups of goblin mobs and orc mobs, I just tore through them with that. It was so much fun. Holly Kitty's favorite class is the Guardian. What do you like about the Guardian? I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about the Guardian. I actually enjoy playing mine, except mine is... My poor Guardian is pretty much currently my one of my crafting alts. But I enjoyed playing it when I was leveling it. And I really haven't gotten a lot of time playing Guardian after the changes that made Red Guardian much more viable. And the same with Red Cappy. Honestly, if elves could have been captains from day one, Phoenix would have been a captain. Mainly because the captain symbol is a bird of prey. And it's like, yeah, hi. So, Holly, do you tank with your Guardian or is it just DPS? And do you two-hand or sword and board? You like being a solo player, but sometimes it's too easy. That is true. And honestly, I don't mind it being a bit easy. I mean, because I will do transmog runs in WoW running over old raids and shit. And I do wish there was a bit more flexibility in non-top-of-the-line raiders going in and soloing old raids in this game. Because I really want to just grind the Throne of Dread Terror.
Do you have need
until I get that freaking tapestry. So I can get the starry cloak. There for 2-hand. Oh, and also the ancient Ithil coin so I can go buy all 3 sets of Faramir's armor. Per 2-hand, but sometimes do sword and board. Fair. I like sword and board a lot, but I also recognize that 2-hand, like, I like a 2-hand. I'm a rep Pally in WoW as my main on both factions. But I also really, really, really love Avengers Shield. And just go whoosh, clang, 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 clang. But you could choose the amount of XP with the Stone of the Tortoise and set it about 30%. So you want like slow leveling, yeah. That would be cool. Actually, I assume that you've suggested that to the suggestion board. Because a stone of... like a story pace stone that would allow you to... yeah, something that would let you choose. Would be nice. Alright, the Beast of Belphilus.
Has come in with the tide.
We'll do the other 5 after this one. And then we'll go do some Gundabad missions. Let's see where we are right now. I'll keep checking. So just the first 5 missions got us about halfway through. About halfway through the thing. So if I do 2 sets, do 10 missions will get me 98. Another 10 missions will get me 99. And the final 10 missions will get me to a hundo. But I'm kind of debating what I want to do with my Mariners because my 150 Mariner is a yellow line Mariner. And I never really played the red line Mariner at all. Though I do have a 105 red line Mariner ready to go into Mordor. It's just because the Mariner specs, like the blue line is sea shanties, so sea shanty, the name, I had the name sea shanty sandbag before the expansion came out. And it just like, okay, that's got to be a Mariner, yeah. But it didn't really work with, because what I really wanted to do was to have Guided by the Stars to be, I wanted my Elven Mariner to be, I wanted my Elven Mariner to have Guided by the Stars in blue line. But the name Sea Shanty goes best with blue line, right? And so the elf, who is red line, her name is Seafarer. And then Schooners, who is my human, 150 Mariner, he's yellow line. You wish that you could turn off the extra XP? That makes sense.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands.
Oops, I don't want to reset any of those. I just want to go over here.
There is much to be done, and fewer hands by which to do it.
Let's go do this. I did actually send my my blue line Mariner. She started off at Fearless, like 3, the lowest one you could do to still get the titles. She died at level 16 because I was stupid. And I was like, well, I could re-roll her, but I didn't want to. I was using her to actually complete the entire Before the Shadow story because I had never done it previously. So I have now completed it. Oh, I think you're supposed to go this way, aren't you? I always keep going up the back way, apparently. No, you don't go up that way. Guess you could swim around and go back. I typically go up this way. It's nighttime. So our ship crashed over there. My poor ship. My poor ship. It's a dickhand. A dickhand. Oh, you don't like the Eye of Sauron? See, I actually don't mind it. And this class is why I don't mind it, because it's no different than that. Except I'm the one who gets the thing. It just gives me something else to focus on and to try to combat. So I don't personally mind it. But I understand that a lot of people do mind it. I got the other guy too. Who's hidden. Ah! I'm just gonna shoot people down the hill. That's fine. Zorch. One of the reasons you like Guardians is you like to stay in one place when fighting mobs. Fair. I do. I like that too, honestly. I'm not so great with kiting things, honestly. Until I got this Razor Tartarus, I was really bad about the possibility of kiting things. I'm a little bit better about it, but I wouldn't say I'm great. Alright.
There is much to be done and fewer hands by which to do it.
Oh no, I'm out of... Ow. We're doing pretty good, actually. I am out of rested XP.
Might you spare a moment?
That's okay. I'm not really doing this to power level. I'm to power level my character level, but I'm here to power level the LI reward track. And I'm going to get it done tonight, for sure. When I first did this mission, I was like, oh, they look like that! That's so cool! I love the freaking look of the horns here. Because of course they look like palm trees, right? Kinda want to move my Dissonant Strike away. We'll see how it does when I put it on a different key. Ah! So I had chicken today and blackberries. The blackberries at the store were just the right amount of sweet versus tangy. Oh my god. Wish I'd gotten some more. But what I do have is tater chips. So I'm probably going to have some tater chips after the stream. Potatoes. Because the store not only had buy two, get three free with soda products, you know, Coke and Pepsi. But actually both Coke and Pepsi did it. Frito-Lay also did a buy two, get three free of an equal or lesser value dealio. So I bought 2 bags of $5.19 Doritos and got 3 free bags of Wavy Lay's tater chips. And then I spent an extra $5 to get a jar of chip dip. This chip dip is awesome. French onion chip dip. None of this ranch bullshit. I do not eat ranch dressing in my house. Get away from that, with that California shit. I'm sure ranch dressing is fine. It's just not something. I mean, I'll eat it. For example, there's a creamy bacon ranch hot pocket you can buy. Those are really good. But in general terms, ranch is not my favorite. No, you buy 2, and you get 3 free. So you got a total of 5 for the price of 2. So it's a really good deal that they've been doing on soda. At least once a month for the past few months. And so I've basically never run out of soda. And of course, when it comes to soda, my number one choice is Pepsi free. Not sugar free, but Pepsi, I'm sorry, Pepsi made with real sugar. That's the one. Because it's really good. It's not as good as a deal as it could have been. When you consider the fact that just a few years ago, before, you know, corporate greed has been told off as, oh, just inflation. Bullshit, it's corporate greed. I could buy a 12-pack of Pepsi for $7, and now it's 10. I used to be able to buy a box of 24 cans of cat food for $16. Now it's 19. And that's just in the past few years. So, your favorite soda is root beer. Root beer is awesome. I would not say no to root beer if Pepsi wasn't available, but it depends on the brand of root beer, because, you know, some brands are better than others. As we all know, not all root beers are made equal.
There is much to be done and fewer hands by which to do it. Might you spare a moment?
Let's go kill some more crabs. But ultimately, between the deals on the soda and the deals on the chips and Doritos, I managed to save like $55 on my shopping today. Unfortunately, wound up being over almost 170 to begin with. But there were a couple other things that I could get. There's like a really steep discount on some steak. Well, it's actually this chuck that I like to get. And it wound up being enough that I could use it for 2 separate meals. So ultimately it's like $8 a chuck. Hires is good. Hires root beer, I'll go for the PC brand since you can get 2 liters for $1.99 instead of $2.99. Yeah, and that's really the name brand versus the store brand. Honestly, if somebody else made a cola with real sugar, with the questing dad rolling in with a party of 12, group seating. How you doing? You missed all the fun that I had earlier redoing my LIs on this character, and now her LIs are sexy. How you doing? I was actually just thinking about you earlier today, because like, man, I haven't seen that guy in a while. Hope he's alright. Epic Games, it's Sneakies! So this character, being my oldest Landreval character, now has either the best LIs or the second best LIs out of all of my characters here on Landreval. Because I used all the good stuff when I just did her LIs earlier in the stream. So she's got a good chunk of several gold traceries, and she's got a bunch of purples. And even more blues, cyans, teals, whatever you want to call them. Alright, there's another one. I do like how the audio makes it easier to find where it is. So it's clearly downstairs. And I love doing that. And they really need to fix this particular wall because they always have one that's like here coming out of nowhere. And then sometimes they have one where like the tail end is like way out there. Like you can only see the very bottom of it. And you have to jump up here to target it. It's very annoying. There's that one. And let's get this one over here. Come on, come on, come on. Where am I at? I am doing missions from Umbar. So I'm on a boat. So the whole purpose of this stream is for me to finish redoing my LIs, which I already did. Because I dinged 141. And also to work on... Oh man, that's so quiet. And to finish out my LI reward track. I need a red pony. Hi! Haven't made it there, still in Rohan? Oh wow. Oh wow. You want to see Umbar? Oh, we're gonna step outside. Step outside. Let me show you how pretty Umbar is. That's pretty right there. That loading screen. This is where you do missions. And one unfortunate reality is that Umbar is a performance hog. It is pretty rough. But it's pretty. Look at this. Look at these. Look at these. These are pretty. Oh, game. Watch it. Got little Venetian canals going on here. Got a big honkin' Roman-like Colosseum. Got these plaster and brick and stucco going on. It's so much fun. Well, let's go continue our missions. So it's kind of hard to get to the mission person because the nearest milestone is actually up that away, but I don't have my milestone set here because I need to keep it set for wherever Corey is in his Exploring Lord of the Rings field trips Tuesdays and nights. So this is my Mythgard character. And literally the only thing I do with my Mythgard character is run during Corey's teachings. And also, if somebody asks me to log in to add them to the kinship. Alright, where are we on our thing? Are we on 98? Hell yeah! And I can claim that. So I literally just have 98, 99, and 100. I have 3 more to do, and I've been fucking around. Dances with Tentacles. Yeah, that's something you have to do. I think it's a 6-person instance in the Vales of Anduin. I want to say Kitsukala. And you have to do it on like tier 2 or tier 3 to get the title. You can look it up on the wiki, I think, and it will tell you how to get it. The sadly late Chromite is the one who actually helped me get the title. Because Andang was streaming it at the time, and Chromite was kind enough to jump in and help us out because my character was not geared for it. And I was trying to be the healer, and it was not going well. Chromite saved our bacon.
Might you spare a moment?
Hang on. Did I... Oh, yeah, Ship of Wraith.
Might you spare a moment?
Yes, nice lady. I will do the Ship of Wraiths and murder all of the things with light damage. They're gonna hate this. This game is so pretty. Look at the islands. I think it's Halrax over there, or maybe Jacksonville. We've got palm trees, coconuts. We've got macaque monkeys around. And I'm still waiting to see... Actually, it might be on Bullroar. I need to go take a look. But I want to see some reference to Apes in the Dark Forests of the South, which is a reference from the Helm's Deep sequence in the books. And talking about orcs swarming up the ladders like apes in the dark forests of the South. Ever since I saw that, and because I hang out with Corey, and I kind of gotten into a habit of like looking at little bits of the text and be like, now I notice these things more often. Check out the waves. I know, right? The waves are baller. And that's new. The water textures are also new. Because this used to look like a sheet of glass, and I was not happy with it. But Standing Stone did us a super solid on it. I don't need to kill the dead people here, except for a Slayer deed. It's not in line of sight. He is now. I like playing a minstrel. Hello, nice lady. Bad guy, bad guy! Dead again. I mean, just look at the effects of the waves. I mean, come on. This is gorgeous. I remember the first time I saw these on Bull Roar, I lost my damn mind. Because, like, what did you do? This is so cool! I don't know what they did to make these happen. And I honestly wouldn't care all that much if they caused the game to lag. It's just too pretty. The quality of life I get from seeing this is enough that I don't care if it lags the game out at all. It's just too pretty. It feeds my soul. Need woodworker recipe surfboard. Hell yeah. Or you could be like Legolas and use a shield to surf. Alright, after this, we're gonna go pop up to Gundabad to finish the 2 for the daily up there that I didn't remember to do yesterday. Why am I clicking on her? She's not clickable.
Do you have need of something?
Maybe. Get out of the way.
Do you have need of something?
Everybody has such nice clothes in Umbar. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, this one. This one is on a timer, so you gotta pay attention. This one has no combat in it either. So there are Grodbig workers, but they're non-aggressive, so don't attack them. You'll just waste your time having to fight them. And that could cost you your timer. Oh. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn streamer mode back on in Discord. I was looking something up in Discord. It startled the crap out of me. Hold on. Boop. Streamer mode is back on. Alright. Oh. Alright. Time for the questing dad to go to bed. Aw. Take care. Wait a minute. Is that? Oh, that's Gandalf and Saruman? Oh, Chibi Gandalf and then Chibi Saruman. Gotcha. Alright. And now I need to stop wasting time. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Whoops. Get up there. Go this way. I'm a little bit on this. I don't like that little bit there. But it do be what it do be. Let's rescue a trapped miner. Miners, not miners! Alright, let's go back this way and take the other path. And get the other 4 we need down this way. Alright. Let's get the last bit of rubble. Rubble. And then we have to go look for the gem. You have as much time as you need to find the gem. And so far, I've only found the gem in 2 places. The very first time I did this quest, it was in this place to the north. Those are like right here. Every other time, it's been in this cave off to the far west. Like down here. I think it's going to be here again. Yep. Oh, wrong one. Next one down. So this one's really easy. No hunter buffs, no anything, no speed buffs. So, as long as you don't get, get yourself turned around. Oh, Sneaky's got... Whoa! Sneaky's with the great news. Been laid off since January 1st. That sucks. Got a new job today, making $7.50 more an hour than your old job. Hell yeah! Get down with your bad self there, Sneakies. Good. Are you allowed to say what you do? Or what your new job is? You don't have to say if you don't want to. I'm just idly curious.
Might you spare a moment?
Alright, we have done those missions. Now let's go to Gundabad. Gundabad. CNC Lays, you're a machinist. I did not know that, but that's badass. I work in technical support for a company that provides digital signage to various clients. And I spent my day yesterday going through one of our queues and cleaning it up. 10 hours of documenting every ticket that I worked. Every Slack thread associated with that ticket. Intentions the Lost Vault. Holloway stepping into... Stumping Zug and Sar.
Gundabad is rife with foes. Be wary.
That's one of my favorite quests, actually. I like this one. And the problem with it... Where are we? Was the queue was for... The way everything was set up is... There are different tiers of people, what they do, and who handles the ticket. And my group is basically the triage crew and the advanced triage crew. And when we have to send something out for a technician to go fix it on site, our service coordinator takes the ticket after we, escalate it to their team. puts it back in our team's bucket for us to monitor, because we're the ones who are going to be handling the technicians and, you know, getting their, you know, making sure they do their stuff and, you know, give them a checkout code to say, hey, you did your work or whatever. You did the work. You worked this, you did this assignment. And once we deal with the technicians, we get them checked out, and we give them a code saying, hey, you did the work, yay, go you. We're supposed to take that ticket that got put back in our queue, put some notes on it to say, oh, hey, you did the work. I'm actually going to start using some of these on this dude. He's elite. Even he's not that difficult to kill. And again, you're supposed to put some checkout notes. There's a whole, it's a whole template. You just fill out the template, and then you go back and then you close out the ticket. Or if it's a case where we didn't get the job done, we have to send somebody back out there for whatever reason. Like maybe we sent them out on a fact-finding mission, but it actually is going to need new equipment, and we need to ship out new equipment. And then you schedule it for, you send it back to our scheduling people and put it back in their queue and tell them, okay, whatever, whatever. The oldest unresolved ticket in that queue was a couple of months old. And so, in some cases, it just, okay, close out the ticket, not a huge crisis, as long as the technicians got their checkout code, whatever. Some of the tickets needed to be rescheduled, and they weren't. And so our clients are calling in saying, what the fuck is going on with this ticket? And it's a little bit of a delicate thing to have to tell them, oh yeah, we fucked up. We didn't do our job. And it was, ugh. So only working 36 hours at your old job, and here you're going to be 40 hours? Hell yeah. Get 5 hours of OT every week if you want, so potentially earn even more money. If you love the job, go for it.
Never underestimate the enemy.
I don't like working OT at my job because it typically means that I can't actually hang out with my friends in the evening. Because it always winds up being, like, last Monday. I took Sunday off because of recovering from Osmoot last week. And that Monday last week, I wound up working 20 out of 24 hours that day. Because our technician contractor people requested overnight assistance on a job that started at 9:45 Pacific. And they didn't ask us until 5 in the evening Eastern. 5:30 actually. And so one of the people who could have done the job had already gone home for the day. The person who was supposed to do it didn't bother answering. Guess who is also the one who is on that naughty list I collated yesterday? Same person.
Do you need something?
It's been a bit of a fun. But I do not like working overtime. I mean, it wasn't hard. It's just I had to stay up all night after already being up for a 10-hour shift. I was awake 26 hours before I got to sleep. And thankfully, my boss was on vacation last week. And my boss's boss said that I could have Tuesday off. I'm like, thank you. So I took Tuesday off and slept till like 5:30 in the evening. It was, But again, it wasn't hard. It wasn't difficult. It wasn't like physical labor or anything. But it really was rough in that there wasn't anybody else to do the work. But for this queue thing that I've been dealing with, or it was cataloging, is literally we weren't scheduling the workout, so we weren't getting these problems fixed, and our clients were getting pissy about it. As they should be. Especially since the client was told, oh, by the way, we'll have somebody back out there pretty soon. We don't generally give them a time frame. The scheduling coordinator is the one who gives them the exact time frames. Because she's the one who actually schedules the technicians and whatnot. But she never even saw the tickets again because nobody actually put them back in her queue to work. And so it just made our company look bad all around. And the piece de resistance to all of this, the one who has been messing all of this stuff up for the majority of this stuff, to be fair, to note, he is a really nice guy. He was my original trainer. He's also the nephew of my boss. A little bit of... It wasn't nepotism going on. But he definitely had a way in. Got you. Defeating the drakes. And I still have like 6 more of these to do. There's 5. 4. So it's been a little bit of a rough week at the day job. However, I will note my other day job, which is working for Signum, which is not really a day job because I don't work for them a specific number of hours a week. Beyond, okay, I run their Twitch channel for them and I run their Discord. But I get most of my pay for the for when we're running moots. So, but Corey has the spreadsheet set up so that my pay for the year is calculated in advance based on when they expect to need me. And, like, how much they expect that I'm working during the week on the various tasks, like, you know, cleaning up their Twitch channel, monitoring the Discord, etc., etc., etc. And so he has it set up so that instead of getting, like, a big lump sum the month we do a moot, it gets spread out over the course of the year. It's very nice to get a little something every month, rather than the months that I don't have a moot, I wouldn't get paid much at all. Alright, where's the biggie? Where's the biggie? Come on. Let's go back here and the biggie will appear. Alright, Hartung. Honestly, you know what I think? I think everybody should be able to work 36 hours a week and get paid for 40. As in, why don't we let people work for 36 hours, right? But give them all raises as if... So basically, make them work less and pay them more? Surprise? That's what I kind of think should happen. Because quite frankly, most people don't get paid enough as it is. And I think the CEOs could stand to lose $1 million or $2 million to help pay their employees a little bit extra. That's just my thought here is CEOs make way too much compared to us poor schlubs on the front line. Alrighty. I mean, their pay has gone up at the same time. Mine hasn't. House, Mom.
Never underestimate the enemy.
Nope. Let me turn in the daily to Zova. Thank you. I'm not picking up the raid on this character. I don't need to do the raid on this character. Not Hidden Horde anyway. For the Horde. I think Standing Stone should give us a Horde of the Rings title.
Gundabad is rife with foes. Beware.
Where are we now? We're halfway through 98, so that's not bad. So I figure I'll be able to get this done with just these Gundabad and the Erebor ones. I think what I want to do, though, is I also want to start doing the Bilbo and unlock the further adventures missions as well, because I don't think I have them unlocked on most of my characters. And I think that would be a nice little alternative to spamming. I honestly I don't like the Trestle Bridge ones because you have to summon what's-her-face. I really don't like them at all. Well, I apparently targeted the wrong thing. I mean, if I could do the Trestle Bridge ones without that lady running with, I would probably be happier about it. It's just trying to, you know... And also, it's the fact that they were the first missions. So they're not the most... They're not as well designed as some of the other ones. In terms of efficiency, getting from point A to point B. And, again, where you need to go to get stuff done. You snooze, you lose. I think you should get a raise. I think I should get a raise. I think everybody in a company who's making less than 100 grand a year should get a raise. Anybody who's making more than $1 million a year needs a pay cut. And I think companies should pay taxes like the rest of us, and billionaires should pay taxes like the rest of us. No tax breaks for the rich. No offshore tax shelters bullshittery. I mean, if I have to pay tax to 2 different cities, because officially I work in one city, and though the irony is I work from home, so technically I work in my own city, I still have to pay taxes in both cities. Why shouldn't some company who's doing business in America and also doing business saying, my home is in the Bahamas? Yeah, your home isn't in the Bahamas, you jackass. I have political thoughts tonight, and these are just in general terms. I'm not saying, you know, anything such as... For example, I think kids should be able to get a free lunch at school and free breakfast at school. I think people need food and shelter more than we need yet another CEO getting another yacht. Alright. Zorch. What are you doing, Thief Kitty? I also think I should get some Rocky Road ice cream. What do you think, chat? Rocky Road ice cream with homemade whipped cream, and by whipped cream I mean heavy cream that I put sugar in and whipped up. I think that sounds like a grand idea. And I've been streaming for over 3 hours. I can go a little bit longer though. Give me your coffers. All your coffers. That looks like an altar of some kind, or a sacrificial altar, actually. Now they see the skulls on it. It doesn't look like a very friendly thing. Ay, ay, ay. I am definitely looking forward to a change of pace. I think probably on Saturday I might play a building game. Because I've been playing a lot of Lotro lately to work through the reward track. And I've also been playing a lot of DDO because of Hardcore League. And also just in general because I love playing DDO. But I want to get really deep into Enshrouded because it looked like a lot of fun when I played it last week. So I might play it again on Saturday. Or I may try to actually make Ark work again. Because I miss building. I miss my dinosaurs. Okay, sounds good, but I would want to be warmer when you eat. I don't care. I will eat ice cream in the middle of winter, like it is now. Do not care. It could be like 3 below 0 or something, and I would still eat ice cream. Because when you want the ice cream, you want the ice cream. Alright, let's talk to Ausma. I think maybe I'll go to like 11, another 10 minutes, and then go kick out of here. Ausma?
Wunderbad is rife with foes. Be wary. Live or die. I shall not be a prisoner again.
We're almost done with 98. It's so close. I still need to think of what I'm going to do tomorrow. On my Lotro stream. And I'll be on at my usual time tomorrow at 3 to 6. Because Corey will be around to do his usual show from whenever to 3. Oh, the mucus. Egon, your mucus. You know, I don't have to kill the workers. They're not attacky. The hive defenders, though, die, die, die. And let me get your mucus. Egon, your mucus. I should probably watch Ghostbusters, honestly. It's a great movie. I actually want to watch Ghostbusters Afterlife, the recent one. Not the one that just is coming out soon, Frozen Empire. But the previous one that introduced Phoebe as the granddaughter of Egon. I honestly thought that how they handled the passing of Harold Ramis in that movie was really well done. Now I understand that like his daughter Violet was consulted on it. Like she denied actually working on the movie, but apparently they did consult her and the family just to make sure they were cool with what the movie, like the Jason Reitman was going to do. Jason Reitman, of course, being the son of Ivan Reitman, who directed the original Ghostbusters. But since it's been a little while since Afterlife came out, a little spoiler here. They basically, I'm sorry, but the larvae in their eggs in their cocoons look like tits. I'm just gonna say that right there. I can say this because it's my channel. I can't say that on the official. They do look like boobs. I've been silenced. No one can silence me on my own channel! But basically, the story involved the climactic moment, had all 4 OG Ghostbusters rolling in, and it was the ghost of Egon. And they made Harold Ramis look good. Because, let's face it, Harold Ramis did not keep his beanpole appearance when he got older. And this, again, there's no shame, no shaming going on here. It is what it is. He got old, and he wasn't quite as skinny anymore. But they made him look good in the movie. They made him look like Egon would have looked like had he, you know, been around that long. And it was a fun movie. I liked the plot. Thought it was interesting. I liked the kids. I liked the actors. Paul Rudd was fun. You know, I don't dislike the guy. He seemed okay. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good movie. It's a good popcorn movie. Now, I wouldn't claim it's like the greatest movie ever, but it was definitely a worthy spiritual successor of the OG movie. Even more of a successor than the Ghostbusters 2 back in the 80s. Like 87, I think? Yeah, because the OG Ghostbusters was 84. And Ghostbusters 2 was 87. Do you not know him? He is Vigo! You picked the wrong horse to back, Jack. The amazing Peter McNichol. And I did watch the more recent Ghostbusters movie. The one with Melissa McCarthy and Kate McKinnon. The one thing I didn't like about that movie was Chris Hemsworth. I didn't like him in that movie. I like Chris Hemsworth. He's funny. I just didn't like his role in that movie. It seemed kind of bad. It seemed kind of mean, honestly. But the rest of the movie was fine. Again, it was a popcorn movie. I wasn't expecting greatness out of it. So I'm not planning on streaming tomorrow night here. I did a little stream last night to discuss the Year of the Dragon that DDO was doing. And I put that up on my YouTube channel. This will go up on YouTube as well, as always. But generally, if I get off my Lotra stream at 6, I need to get supper afterwards. And so by the time the earliest I could be ready to stream is 8. And generally I might be doing something by 10. Meow! Meow! We got 1 bit of mucus or 2 bit of mucus? Well, it looks like the same one. Meow! Meow! Alright, we got the last of our mucus, and I need to kill 2 more Gredbig. This whole getting silence thing kind of bites. Alright, now I have to find my way back to the entrance of the cave. That's always the hard part. And it's 11 o'clock, so, well, just about. So where are we? Let me turn the quest in and we'll see where we are. And call it a show. I think it was down this way. It was not. It was not this way either. Alright, where am I supposed to go? back that away. I might do some WoW PvP tomorrow. After after my Lotro stream. Because I need to grind some conquest. Because I have the mighty need to get the Death Knight set. From season 3. Yay! Also, I want to turn that light off because I am getting a little. My eyes are starting to hurt. Alright, where do we stand? I've done all of Ozma's missions here.
Be wary.
Okay, yeah, we're doing really well. Okay, this is where I'm going to call it for tonight. I'm going to go get some ice cream and enjoy the rest of my evening. You all enjoy the rest of your evenings as well. I will be back tomorrow on Lotro stream from 3 to 6. I will be here playing some other game Saturday afternoon or evening, depending on when I start streaming. And then I'll be back next Thursday. Yep. All right. Be good. If you can't be good at it. And I will see you then. Bye now.